యశు బాబు ఏం చేస్తున్నావు?
ఈరోజు క్లాస్ ఆఫ్లైన్ లేదు, ఆన్లైన్ ఓన్లీ. సారీ వాడు పిలిచి ఉన్నాడేమో బౌద్ధుడు గారు.
Someone please confirm if I'm audible. Yeah, I hope now I'm audible. Yes, okay, fine, thank you. So I will start the session. The session is about be the change you wish to see in the world. So till yesterday, we have discussed a lot of topics which are mostly philosophical in nature. Right? Today, I want you to understand the basic, the simple part of the essay is mostly about implementation. It's about how you proceed to complete the essay. Right. So by the way, those who don't know, my name is Kalyan. I run a Telegram channel called as Daily AWP in association with Reflection the IAS Academy. We are doing this 10 days module where our intention is to push you to write essays so that by the time your results come, probably people are saying Monday or Tuesday. So probably 11th or 12th, there will be results. So you should not waste time. You should at least get ready for your basic orientation, so that after the results, when you start writing, you should feel there is a flow in your thought process. Okay, that is the intention. Right. So now the topic is very straightforward. So unlike yesterday, I want the entire thing to be completed. That means I want you to do the intro part, the body part, and the completion. That is the conclusion part. At the same time, how you can use all the data that can also be included. Now, first of all, my basic rule to any student is this: if you are an absolute beginner, okay, never ever think philosophical essays as something very complicated. They are not philosophical per se. They are a code. When Gandhi gave this code, be the change you want to see in the others or you wish to see in the others, he didn't intend it for UPSC, right? He just said that code. Okay. So his intention is, if you have a problem, okay, instead of complaining, instead of saying, somebody should do something, why don't you start? Why not you? That self improvement is the core intention where Gandhi has started the entire thought process. Okay, be the change you want to see in the others. So as I have mentioned, first of all, I understand the intent of the topic. Okay, some things need to be changed. Second thing, do I agree or disagree with this statement? Hardly there is anything to disagree, right? Be the change you wish to see in the world. That means if you don't like something, you have to change that something. Okay. Yeah. I think the screen sharing has stuck. Okay, I will try to. Stop share. Screen. Sorry. One second. Yes. Sorry for the technical issue. Yes. I hope it's visible now. Yeah. Right. So sorry. Yeah. So do you agree with this statement, or do you disagree with this statement? That means hardly any issue can be found out. Like, let's say you don't like an angry person. Somebody is always shouting. Somebody is always angry. Okay, you don't like that, right? Then you can learn, how to be calm. You have to be the change you want to see in others. Okay. For example, you have an issue with people throwing plastic covers, right? Then you have to be that particular change. So in that sense, it's a very simple topic to understand. Let's not waste more time on that. Let's try to understand how to add value to the essay. You can see here, change has to come from within. Okay, change has to first come from within. Okay, again within, that means I can either push a change in you or you can learn the change. So that means change can come from internal factors or change can come from external factors. Again, if you are thinking, this topic is very easy, why should I spend 30 minutes? I will ask you to write and post it in the group. Okay, very, very simple rule. If you feel you know more, write for 1.5 hours, post it in the group. That's the basic rule. So within means push, learn. Okay, then if you do something and then tell people, what you will have is moral authority. The best example is Mahatma Gandhi. Throughout his life, he believed in non-violence. Okay, and he more or less led his entire life believing the same principle. So that means if Gandhi is saying something, he will implement it. That is why he can say that, and people have to listen to him. Okay, post his death, we have many stupid ideas where people say, Patel would have been the prime minister, this and that. But Patel or any other person in the Congress fraternity respected Gandhi for his moral authority, not because he's a astute politician. Okay, moral authority. That is a very, very important thing you need to understand. When I do something and say, you just cannot refute that idea. But if I say and you believe me, then later you came to find out that I'm not implementing that idea myself. Okay, you will never ever believe me in your entire life. Okay, so moral authority is what brings when you implement the changes, right? And normal tendency is, let's say, we expect government to do something, like government should have done this, we should have maintained that. So there is always some expectation from others, governments, societies, but never we believe that we can do that change or we can be that change. It's because either you are too busy. For example, you are stuck in traffic, you'll always think, okay, why don't these people implement lane discipline? Okay, why don't these people punish someone who is violating the traffic rules? But again, how many of us have taken taken our smartphones and took a picture of a car or a bike violating the traffic rules, right? And uh, send it to the traffic police of that particular city. For example, Hyderabad city traffic police have a Twitter account where if you find anyone who have parked the car wrongly or something, you can take a picture and do something about it. But again, probably I'm too busy, I have a job, I have work, everybody thinks, but very few people will act. So this essay is about that doer who have taken it to the next level, who has actually done something. He is a change he wanted to see in others. Okay, all of us know, say for example, blood donation is a good thing. Okay, but do we actively participate in that, be the change? Okay, everybody wants to do something good, but we don't have time. That is one way. So now the examples that I'm going to give are very probably you know or you don't know, I don't know. For example, we will start with Afroz Shah. He's a lawyer who was he's a Mumbaikar, just like so many Mumbai people. He also saw the dirty beaches. Okay, but the beautiful thing is he didn't just stop at thinking somebody should do something. He became the change he wished to see in the world. Okay, then what happened is, the beautiful part is, after so many decades, turtles came to nest in that particular beach. Okay, that means if humans come together and do something beautiful, yes, you can actually make an impact. Seeing him, thousands of Mumbaikars have started cleaning the beaches. Not only that, after that, so many other people were inspired in every other place also. Right, in the same way, I think this name very famously, Jadhav Payang. He is also known as the forest man of India. He literally created a mini forest. Not mini forest, he created a forest actually, which is bigger than New York City Park. So that is a capacity of one man making an impact, right? Like this, we have so many examples here. You can also use quotes. For example, instead of blaming the darkness, you bring the light. You always want somebody to do something. Why don't you become that light, like Jadhav Payang or Afroz Shah, or even you can take the example of Rajendra Singh, the waterman of India, right? He literally took a bus, sold off everything he owned, and decided to do something good to the society. Okay, so that is again a fantastic example of being the change you wish to see in the world. Again, these are all simple examples. Directly I'm entering into the dimension because I agree with this statement almost 90%. First, let me enter the examples, right? So I will start writing dimensions. Then you have one couple from Hyderabad who literally used their own pension money to fill the potholes. Okay, they didn't wait for the government, municipality, somebody to do. Okay, they just took their own limited capacity. They have done something. Okay, and I couldn't include it back then, but now I can also add one more thing. In Hyderabad, there is a thing called as Andari Illu. That means it's a house for everyone. It's a charity. It's a old age home, not old age home. It's a home run by a couple. They have donated their entire house to everyone. It's open for all. Young, old, women, children, anybody can come to that house, stay there, cook food, eat, you can just go and drop rice bags there, whatever you want to do. It's a house for everyone. So there are people who, instead of blaming the society, poverty and all these things, are doing something. And this story I vividly remember from 2015, where Dadarao Bilhore, right? That means he lost his son because of potholes, in an accident. Instead of blaming, cursing the government, what he decided to do is, somebody else's son should not die because of potholes. So he wanted to be the change. He personally saw that many potholes are filled. Okay, I know some people probably will be thinking, it's government job, we should force the government to do file RTA and all those things. But practically speaking, all of us know it's a long game, right? Okay, then I don't know if you have ever heard about Rajesh Kumar Sharma. Okay, he is a teacher, like he's a teacher come shop owner, where below the Delhi metro, below the pillars, there are two pillars. Between the pillars, he runs a school for the slum kids. Okay, then Kailash Satyarthi, the same. He is very famous. Again, remember, this PDF is not something of a copy paste material. If you are so innocent to believe that I will just copy paste this material without understanding the essence, what is behind the story, okay, you are just going to write one more line in the essay without any feeling. Understand the intention. For example, Kailash Satyarthi, every single person attending this session knows that name. Okay, I'm not innocent to assume that you don't know. The thing is, are you aware that he was slapped, beaten, threatened to death? Okay, almost got killed. Okay, was called a hijra, was abused both by the state and the NGOs, the mafia. So many things have been done to him. In spite of all these things, okay, he did not give up his dream. That is what makes Kailash Satyarthi the perfect example for be the change you wish to see in the world. Even I want to protect kids who are being driven to, let's say, child labor. But if probably someone comes and slap me or threatens my family, okay, then I will say tata, goodbye. Again, I am assuming so. But sticking to what you believe in spite of your life being threatened, okay, is what makes the difference. How many people can literally sell everything they own and go to develop water tables in some remote Rajasthan area? These are all not some stories in the PDF. Okay, not some marks. These are people who actually believe what they have done. That context, that essence of writing will be reflected in your essays. Please believe me, that context will always be understood. If you copy paste, it doesn't work. It has to come from your heart. You have to digest it. Okay, the same with Nelson Mandela. Okay, who doesn't know Nelson Mandela? 27 years he was in jail. So what? How did he become the change he wished to see in the world? Okay, it's not easy, right? You are the leader of that country, everybody is behind you. And Nelson Mandela said, don't discriminate between black and white people. Okay, let us all combinedly create a rainbow nation. Okay, at least as long as he was alive, he didn't escalate the gap. He didn't widen it. That's not an easy thing to do. If you go back and look at Iraq, I guess, I mean, after Saddam Hussein, okay, the hate, when allowed to spread, it has become ISIS. So that clearly shows Nelson Mandela's greatness, right? And if you want to go into, let's say, Ashok Kemka's example, again, which is very famous. The problem is there are around 2,500 IAS officers in India, and there are IAS officers who were transferred more times. There was a Maharashtrian IAS officer who was transferred around 60 or 70 times, as far as I remember. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you should believe in what you're doing. Be the change you wish to see in the world is not just words. It's Trikarana Shuddhi. That is Manasa Vacha Karmana. That is your thoughts, action, and deeds. Everything should flow. Okay. Only then you will be allowed to transfer for 56th time. Okay. After 10, 14, probably 20 times, you'll understand, It's not healthy for my family. Probably I should dilute my feelings. Okay, just imagine the commitment that someone needs to have, right? I hope you're following. These are not just names. These are people who actually stood for something they believed in, and it is not at all at a low price. The price is very, very high. Okay. The other day I was saying about Abdul Salim. He is the panchayat clerk in Kerala. In his government office table, you can find a statement where he says, "I'm being paid 811 rupees every day. Please don't give me bribe." Okay, in a world where honesty are punished and the corrupt are rewarded, okay, it's very, very rare to find someone like Abdul Salim, right? That intention, that context has to be brought into the essay. If you just write Abdul Salim 811 rupees, no, right? So you all know Anand Kumar. I don't want to repeat Anand Kumar's story. Probably again, he could have gone for corporate sector, right? After success of Super 30, any big institute would have paid him crores and crores of rupees, and he could have led a very, very prosperous life. He still believes in his ideals. And this is my personal favorite, right? And in some senses, I appreciate BJP government for this, because they really identify people from the grassroots levels who have done a change, be the change, and they have appreciated them. They have given reward to them, because as we see in the later part of the essay, appreciating someone like that Hajabba, who is a orange seller. Okay, one day he was traveling. I mean, one day he was selling oranges in the bus stop, and a foreigner asks how much, and this person couldn't even understand what is the foreigner saying. He got so sad that he couldn't even understand. Then he thought, nobody should go through what I have gone through, right? So instead of fighting the blaming the system, he just started educating people just by selling fruits. A fruit seller is now an education saint in Karnataka. He was rewarded with, I think, Padma Shri or Padma Bhushan. You can understand the commitment it takes, 30-40 years. Okay. And Ramanand Singh, he's also a great doctor. He treats people at a very low cost, and you can find so many examples like this doctor, 10 rupees doctor, 5 rupees doctor. It's very common theme. That means not every doctor is commercialized. There are people who are actually being the change. Instead of blaming every doctor, generalization is wrong. You can always find good people. Okay. But are we supporting people like Dr. Ramanand Singh is a total different story. Right? Slowly towards the end, we can throw in Mahatma Gandhi, Ratan Tata, all of you know, right? And probably Sundarlal Bahuguna, the Chipko movement, right? Now, all the above examples that I have mentioned here are products of different societies, different cultures, probably different countries and continents. But the thing is, they're all having something from inside. They were deeply driven from their own circumstances. Now, what we are going to see is you can create the same nudge in others. How does that work? That means instead of blaming that plastic is everywhere, if I create a thought process, an ecosystem which says Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or PM lifestyle for environment, okay, within this, if people are following, being the change they wish to see, every individual will count, right? So if 10,000 people stop using plastic covers or plastic totally, that is a success of life. That is being the change you wish to see in the world. So if something is not coming from inside, something can be nudged, not forced. Nudge is a gentle push to move into a certain direction. For example, you can take Vinoba Bhava as an example. He started this Bhudan movement, right? What he has done is he came to Andhra Pradesh, the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh. He nudged people to say, you have too much land. Okay, why not give it for the poor? And there is one Reddy, I forgot his name. He's a great hero. He started this Bhudan movement. He's the first one who said, I have 100 acres or something. Let's distribute it among the poor. Okay, the external nudge from Vinoba Bhave stirred something deeply inside this person, and he became the change he wishes to see in the world. Instead of blaming, too much poverty and all these things, he started land donation, and all of you know how successful that particular movement is, right? Okay, so this is also one more example. By the way, if somebody is very impatient, yes, this PDF will be shared in the group after the class. Okay, don't worry. But try to understand the essence. What is the logic behind what I'm saying? Okay. I don't know how many of you know this story. Justice Venkatesh Anand. Before this class, if you know him, it's fantastic. Or else you should know about him, because he is a judge in Madras High Court. A LGBT couple came. A LGBT couple came in front of him, and the question was like, we want to be together. All this after Puttaswamy judgment and NAS Foundation cases, etc. So in India, LGBT is legal, but they wanted to live together, and they have some problems. And the judge said, I'm really sorry. I'm also part of the same society. I don't understand what is LGBT. Okay, please sensitize me. Instead of saying, you should, this is wrong, or giving some generic statements, he became the change. Please educate me so that I can deliver the better judgment. Okay. The beautiful part is, after this, Tamil Nadu government was forced to give the first LGBT keywords document in the country in Tamil. That is the vernacular language of that state. Okay. Now, if you go to Tamil Nadu, there is a document which says what is the meaning of LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer in Tamil also, and that is officially recognized. That will improve sensitivity. Okay. So this is amount of impact that one judge can create. Okay. So, but he became the change. He could have been just like any other judge and say, this is all wrong. Probably should go to Baba Ramdev for getting yoga treatments and all these things. He never said such things, right? So being the change you wish to see in the world. Okay. Next. Probably most of the Three Idiots character Phunksuk Wangdu was inspired by Sonam Wangchuk. So before Sonam Wangchuk, there is also one more person from Ladakh, okay, who is called as Iceman of India. He came up with the idea of, converting these artificial glaciers so that the winter ice will be used as water in summer seasons in Ladakh, which is a, which doesn't properly receive the monsoon. So there are so many heroes in the country which we don't know, and all of them have contributed in their own effort without believing in the system. Now I will stop here and I will tell you one simple point. Please remember this. What we are talking is about individuals. Okay. After individuals, you can talk about societies, you can talk about states, you can talk about nations, you can talk about humanity as a whole. This is called as layered approach. That means individual examples, I have given you 10 examples. Now, I want to give some community examples where a community has been the change it wishes to see, right? For example, Relagaon Siddhi, which is famous because of Anna Hazare. Okay, if you are aware of that particular village, okay, it became a very, we can criticize the methods used there, but it has become a kind of model village. Okay, so Relagaon Siddhi, instead of blaming all the alcoholism and all these things, came together and he created a better village. The same with Hiware Bazaar in Maharashtra, just because of one person, that is Mr. Pawar, where he became Sarpanch. Okay, and that Sarpanch has created some thought process in the villagers, and all the villagers participated, and that village is now a model village. Okay, so not only individuals, communities, villages collectively can become the change they wish to see in the world. Okay, in Rajasthan, okay, there is no outright ban of alcohol, but in Rajasthan, group of women of different villages came together and they have conducted a referendum, which is again legal, right? And they decided to stop the sale of alcohol in this village. So instead of waiting for the entire state ban, what they have decided is take power into their own hands through a referendum. Right? So being the change they wish to see. If one village can ban alcohol, probably other villages will be inspired from that particular thought process. Okay, next. Now that we have covered what state level, community level, village level, we can go a step ahead and let's say we'll talk about India. How is India being the change it wishes to see in the world? Okay, India doesn't like other countries to India doesn't like other countries to break the laws. We always use something like free rule-based order. We use the term rule-based order. So India preaches rule-based order, but does India follow rule-based order? Yes. How do I know that? In 2014, we lost a judgment to Bangladesh in a UN tribunal. Okay. And we respected that law and settled that issue with Bangladesh. Unlike China, where South China Sea judgment, okay, is still open to interpretation, or it literally is ignoring that judgment, India is being the change it wishes to see in the world. Okay. Right? Yes, India follows peace and promoting peace. We have a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam thought process, right? We always preach Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And being the change, we promoted vaccine Maitri. Instead of vaccine hoarding or vaccine nationalism, we believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We also gave vaccine Maitri. Again, please remember, you all have to do is convince the examiner in that 1.5 hours. When you write, under 10 minutes he reads your essay. This is the only time that it has to work out. Okay, he won't cross question, is actually vaccine Maitri successful? There is no phone number, right? He will call you and say, why did Ramesh, why did you write like this? That won't be happening. So don't aim for perfection. All you have to do is bring some examples which is very closer to the given topic. Okay, and in my humble opinion again, even this is mediocre level for UPSC, because students are getting so smart every day. They will add 10 times better examples with hard work. Probably they are ending up in top 10. But if everybody else is just copy pasting, okay, this you will just get average scores. So what I'm giving you is just the base. From base you can build so that you can go higher and higher. Okay, next, India being a representative of global south. Okay, India is also a representative of developing nations. We still have a lot to grow, right? We still have a lot to improve. Okay, but what is happening here is, instead of our energy requirements, we know that we need a lot of energy, we need all these things. We still promised one thing to the world, that is by 2070 we will become what? Net zero emission country. We are also promoting International Solar Alliance. Instead of blaming the darkness, we are being the change, we are being the light. Instead of saying reduce fossil fuels, we are promoting what? Solar energy, electric vehicles. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand my intention. This is called as layers, from individual level to international level to the UN level or World Trade Organization level, at humanity as a whole. Probably Gavi, Global Anti-Vaccine Alliance, is a change. Instead of promoting vaccine hoarding, nationalism and all these dramas, we came together so that we can fight the COVID pandemic, right? So vaccine exchange and all these things happened. So we can be the change. Right? So do you want to throw any examples that you think are relevant to whatever I have discussed? My bad. I think Karnakar has added Hardaspur village in Telangana celebrates girl child birth. Okay, very nice. Armstrong Palme, no, yes, definitely Armstrong Palme. Right, Northeast. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar again. Okay. Also, please try to add different dimensions. Story. See again, Namok, that can be attributed to Buddha, Gandhi, so many people, right? So add dimensions to think is what I have kept in the PDF. For example, society wise, how do you find an example? Try to find an example from society perspective. Let's say economy perspective. Is there any example from Indian economy or economy where you think being the change you wish to see in the world? Or from international relations perspective, quality perspective? Think, brainstorm. Bhutan economy and happiness. Very good Sai. Definitely that will be fantastic, because we are adding that happiness. Nikhil Kamath. Okay, fantastic. Tamil Nadu initiative for midday meal. Okay, Tamil Nadu is also, I think, now giving something to this Asha workers, right? 1 or 2 days ago news. Providing reservations to women in local bodies. Yeah, okay. That again, something, okay. Bhagya Reddy Verma added caste suffixes to his name to counter the caste hegemony. That is a nice example. Okay. You can, in the same lines as Jesse is saying, we can also say Rajasthan's, what is that portal? Jan Suchna portal for RTA, right? International level, Afghanistan. Okay. See, I have spoken for 30 minutes. I think you people should add some examples for your friends, right? Karnataka's initiative for income for scheme of women. I personally don't believe that is a good thing. Japan's post-bomb development, be the change you wish to see in the world. Technically, Pramod, you can add by saying, uh, Japan does not encourage that nuclear thought process. Okay. Foregoing reservations to promote equality. You can write Ashwini Sharan as an example, right? IAS officer who joined his daughter in a government school, or there was one more lady IAS officer who joined her daughter or son in Anganwadi. Such examples can also be fantastic. Ashwini Sharan, I think IAS is a wonderful example. Foregoing reservation, okay. No interference in internal matter of other countries. Definitely example, Komal, that will be nice, right? India is doing that. Fantastic. Okay. Yes, IS Parmeshwaran Iyer's example, his father's example. Okay. Even better, I will add IS Parmeshwaran Iyer. Okay. He himself got into this twin pit lettering and he started cleaning it, right? I mean, he is the man who wanted to see the change and he's being the change. Right, the head of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan getting into a twin pit lettering so that he can promote Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, saying that it's not taboo to touch all those things. So there is no purity pollution principle; it can be broken. Yes, Tamil Nadu allowing people to become women to become. That's the thing, I guess. Subsidy give up campaign, definitely. Yes, definitely. My plastic covers, microplastic. Padman of India is a fantastic example. Okay, definitely. No caste certificate. Fantastic example. IS Rahul Kumar. That is a good example. We even added that Rahul, yeah, in the essay guide also. Right. All good. All good. Like, fantastic. I hope you people understood, right? Yes. Anudip Dursetti, yeah, that is a good example. We have used it. Yes. India sends diplomatic medical aid, HADR, right? Humanitarian assistance and disaster relief to everywhere. We are the first responders in most cases, especially in Indo-Pacific region. Okay, yeah, fine. Are you people okay with the examples, right? Do you want to add anything more? Soft power by using yoga. Okay. Right. Now, till this part is known to everyone, the only thing is this is called as dimensions. Okay, I hope all of you are clear in what is dimensions. First of all, I have taken a statement. And I am agreeing with the statement. Yes, you should be the change you wish to see in the world. That I don't like something, I wanted to change. Dasarath Manji is an example. Yes. Okay. I have given you 10-15 examples. In the chat, you have provided 10-15 examples. We all have 30 examples to write on how to be the change. Okay. Now, from whatever is happening is called as scope of the essay. So that means first 4 pages, we have filled the essay saying, okay, I want to be the change I wish to see in the world. Okay. Next question is, why should I change? That can be one question. Again, this is no one way to write the essay. Why should I change? How to change? Okay. What will happen if I don't change? Right? For example, simple things like somebody forwarded a WhatsApp message to you. Okay, you just blindly forward it to someone else. That is being an echo chamber, right? Okay, that is a simple thing. Probably you don't even notice that you have forwarded. Maybe in the larger picture of things, you also are part of communalizing the society. Right? Okay. So here I have added certain quotes which are resonating with the given topic. And my favorite one is of the Rumis, right? Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I'm changing myself. So most or almost all changes happen from within. Okay. And also remember one point, uh, you know, you are always a product of the society. Remember this. Remember the avatar example. Always, no single thought probably comes to you in isolation. 99.9% of our thoughts are the products of somebody. Even your body language. Probably if you are waiting for someone, you put a hand on your hip or something, right? Probably you have picked it up from your father. Okay. You are the sum of the 5 people whom you spend most time with. From body language to the choice of words, from movies we see, everything has been algorithmized or influenced. You are hardly any original, but the thing is the fusion of all your ideas comes from someplace. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is when fusion happens, when so many people are influencing you, you don't know what is original thought or what is a good thought. Okay, so the thing here is why change. We are the sum of people we have ever met. You change the tribe and the tribe changes you. Okay, even the thought of doing something should come from a good place, right? So many people honk horns in a school zone, but when they get the license, they know that you're not supposed to honk the horn in student zone or hospital areas and all those things. So what happened to all of that education, right? Why are we not changing ourselves? Okay, so before we go into complicated discussions, we'll stick to the PDF. That is why change. Very simple answer. There are so many issues in the world that I want to change. Okay, let's start with the very obvious society example, patriarchy. We see patriarchy everywhere, but with awareness, but with education, we want to change patriarchy. How will you change patriarchy? Probably by not taking dowry. When you become an IAS officer, you have attended this class, you will go and write, be the change you wish to see in the world, don't take dowry. And the first thing you do is dial a broker and say, what is my dowry's potentiality? Okay, then you are not being the change. The first thing you should do is you should not become the you should not continue the patriarchy. If your mother says or grandmother says something which is very patriarchal, at least you should sensitize them saying, this is a age old thought, we have to break it. Okay, environment, all of us know we are facing climate change, 40-42 degrees everywhere, climate change is happening, plastic everywhere, damage everywhere. So why not change something? Okay, why not start with myself? If I can afford it, okay, probably I can go for a solar roof in my house. Okay, go for electric vehicle if I can afford it. So all these are lifestyles, right? PM lifestyle for environment. So you can change. Next is social issues. Wherever you go, you can see social issues. For example, child marriages, beggary, people at the signals, everything you see in a day-to-day life. You can think of all these things and say, why not, uh, you know, uh, why not change it, right? So why is very easy. So I don't want to say too much time, but at the same time, please remember, it's like contagious. Goodness is contagious. As Jainism says, non-violence is contagious. That means if you create an atmosphere of non-violence everywhere, automatically you'll spread that change. This adds to the first quote, that is, we are the sum of all the people we ever meet. So 9 out of 10 people don't even dare to go to a religious preacher, priest, church father or someone, and attack them. People stay away from this because they personify peace, that the religious values. So people assume, okay, non-violent person, very soft person, okay, let him go. So that means you can be the change that will be followed by others. Okay, next, why change? Probably 10 years ago you are not even aware of sustainable development. Okay, now you are aware of sustainable development. So it's a lifelong development, right? Earlier the same person would love to waste a lot of fossil fuel. Now he feels bad. Who am I not to suggest him not to change, right? So change can happen because of personal growth, development, new ideas. Lifelong learning will inspire you. Probably some teacher, some incident will inspire you. There are so many reasons why you want to become the change you wish to see. Okay, and my favorite is, with great power comes great responsibility. What does that mean? Let's say, as a normal person, whatever I do, whatever I say, doesn't matter. But as a teacher, if I am standing in front of 50 or 60 people and say, this will happen, that will happen, okay, it becomes very difficult. Okay, I have to be responsible for whatever I'm saying. So Sachin Tendulkar is a very influential person. So a ad company will come and say, please promote our alcohol brand. There were surrogate ads, indirect ads. He still said no. Okay, that means he could have made money, but he wanted to promote his values. That is being the change he wishes to see in the world. He doesn't drink alcohol, or probably doesn't want others to drink, and he's continuing the same thing. So when you're in a leadership position, you have to do the right things. Okay, and instead of blaming the society, you also can have problem-solving mindset. Okay, right. And lastly, one line is, for a good life, being a better human being, that is why you have to be the change you wish to see in the world. Okay, you cannot solve everybody or every problem, you cannot change everyone, but at the end of the day, as Buddha says, there is nothing outside your mind. If somebody is honking their horn very hardly and you are getting irritated, it's not the horn, it's something in your mind which is being affected by this. So nothing is outside your mind, so everything is inside you. So you can keep blaming, or you can be someone like Jadhav Payang who will go out there and start a forest. Okay, so for a good life, as long as you want to be happy, you can do the right things, right? Okay, so as time is running out, we'll try to quickly understand the other contexts also. So what happens when we don't change? Okay, let's say I came out of my home, I saw a lot of plastic covers lying on the road. I will blame everybody, people are irresponsible, this, that. Then I will go to class, I will forget that there are plastic covers. That means everybody is criticizing, but nobody is acting upon it. That is the stagnation of the societies, right? So we more or less become a stagnant society. Everybody hates climate change, everybody hates pollution, the traffic jams, everybody hates everything, but nobody is doing anything. There are few people, but majority are silent. So be the change. If you follow the traffic rules properly, if everybody does the same, probably 3 years down the line, we will have a better society. Okay. The other day I told you about, just earlier I told you about echo chambers. What are echo chambers? Let's say nowadays there is a lot of hate, communalization, or there are so many things. Okay. I don't like a particular political party. I only stay in that bubble. I watch the same YouTube channels, same Twitter channels, everything same. I'm in the echo. The echo reeks of same thing. Hate, 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 hate. Hate of what? Something that I don't like. Okay. But as a rational person, you can at least give the benefit of doubt to the other person, to think, to listen to the other side of the story. Hypothetical example, let's say you don't like Rahul Gandhi, you'll watch all those channels which will promote him as, inefficient person. Like, why not even give 1% chance to listen to the other side of the story? This is echo chamber. Okay, then you have moral apathy, then you have apathy overall, right? Then you don't change, it become apathetical. That means rape cases, for example. First day you read a rape case, your blood boils. You're an UPS aspirant, you started reading newspaper recently, you'll feel so much for India. Okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. After 3 months, you read rape cases, same issues 10 times, 11 times, you become apathetical. You literally don't feel anything. Okay, next, I think this is more something that most people might know, that is the bystander effect. What is bystander effect? Anyone before the class, are you aware of this? Okay, so to those who don't know, basically bystander effect means, let's say there is an accident, 10 people are standing around that particular accident, and everybody else will assume somebody will do something about it. Okay, that is a very layman way of explaining things, but try to understand that we always assume somebody is doing something, I don't have to do this. Or in one more way to understand this, Akbar Birbal story, where Akbar asks all the villagers to pour milk in a huge vessel in the city. By the morning, it's filled with a lot of water. So everybody will assume that everybody else will do the good things. Okay. Next, why don't we change sometimes? Because we like to be, we are social animals. We love conformity. That means if everybody in the office is using, some kind of car, they are going on long trips, you don't like the lifestyle, or you don't like the sustainable impact, carbon footprint, and all those things. Still, just to keep up the appearances, okay, you also continue the same thing, right? Then there is pluralistic ignorance. Why don't we change? Pluralistic ignorance means I think only I want electric vehicles. Majority of the people still prefer petrol vehicles. Okay. But 90% of the people might be thinking everybody should move to electric vehicles. Very few will stick with fossil fuels. So I think I'm in a minority and majority are thinking about the other things. So as you can read, it occurs when individuals think that everybody else is thinking something else, but all of us are collectively thinking the right thing. That is where one right person has to push it. For example, Elon Musk has come and said, Tesla or electric vehicles can be championed. Okay, when he started this, we didn't appreciate the thing, but now everywhere you see it's like a huge movement. Okay. Then cognitive dissonance. This is also an ethical concept. You might have read it in attitude chapter of your ethics, where it says you believe one thing, but you do something else. You are not happy with what you are doing, but you still anyhow continue to do. For example, throwing the plastic covers. Everybody will say something, but it's easy. You go to the shop, what do you need? A plastic cover. Okay, they do. Right. So that is cognitive dissonance. And last but most important thing in my understanding is you have to read George Orwell. If time permits, read 1984 or Animal Farm. He's a fantastic writer. He coins a wonderful term called as double think. Okay, double think is where you live with two contradictory beliefs and you are very happy with it. Okay, especially in the context of politics. Okay, or how the political narrations. Right, the same companies which promoted fossil fuels fantastically till now, okay, are promoting electric vehicles as if they are the cleanest things out there. Okay, to be honest, as of now, electric vehicles are also not that clean, right? But they make us believe that this is evil, this is good, this is bad, this is good. So double thing is when you can have two things going in the mind at one time. Okay, and you're totally completely okay with both of them existing. Right? Okay. And I'm not sure if you have read Daniel Kahneman. If you haven't read him, that is Thinking Fast and Slow. I will leave the last topic, System 1 thinking, System 2 thinking, because it's a little bit complicated to explain. Okay, next. By the way, this is the Telegram group Daily AWP, where you are supposed to share your answer copies if you write any. You can just search it in Telegram. Okay. Yeah. Next. Now, how to promote change? Right. So where does change come from? Where does even the thought process come from? The thought process even comes from empathy and compassion. You have empathy and compassion towards environment. That is when you even think about what? Plastic pollution. Okay. You think about microplastic, being destroying, let's say, turtles. Okay, you feel bad about the turtles. That means somewhere compassion is kicking in, right? So empathy and compassion are the first places where you start doing something. Okay, being the change you wish to see in the world. The same routine example, Raja Ram Mohan, right? Where did he start all the thought process? Compassion. Okay, then you have to have value-based education. Same repeated topics, right? Value-based education, empathy, compassion, or self-reflection. When you reflect also, you'll understand what needs to be changed. Okay, instead of shouting, why am I not doing this? All those who saw this Munna by MBBS movie, I think the second part or the first part, I don't remember, where there is a guy who is always shiving and throwing the pan, right? So, so instead of going and confronting him, fighting him, okay, if you start making that place clean, probably he will get that guilty shame and he will stop doing that. So there is nothing outside. You can try to be a better human being by promoting the change on your own thought process. Okay, then we can always look for moral examples as role models. For example, many young aspirants will have IAS officers as their dream. Okay, if tomorrow I become IAS officer, just like that particular person, I will also do this. I will also probably send my kids to government school, government hospitals, Anganwadis. So you can learn from your role models or moral exemplars and be the change. Okay, all right. Next, nudge with safe spaces. That means, let's say I want to change. Okay, the first thing people will do is laugh. Okay, when I say I don't use plastic, I always prefer bamboo straws or something, or I carry bamboo straws with me, okay, people will laugh at me. Okay, why are you being too sensitive? Okay, why not? What will happen if you drink with one plastic? One time, what will sky fall down? Okay, but when we are promoting change, okay, we should also create a safe space for the change bringer to try, right? If he doesn't even try, how will he be encouraged? With the very first time, if you laugh at him, probably he will never ever use the same thing again. So safe space to change is also equally important. Okay, that is a cultural thing. We have to create that kind of culture. Okay, and next, appreciation and recognition. If you remember, that is what I told you. The Hajjaba example, the orange seller from Karnataka was recognized Padma Bhushan. Okay, that is when the entire country came to know about him. Okay, so whenever somebody is doing something good, we should appreciate, we should give them recognition, so that others who want to do the similar things will be inspired him or probably join hands with him. Right? Kailash Satyarthi was awarded Nobel Peace Prize. So many people started associating with him. They are doing a lot of good now. So good should be promoted. Okay, and constructive criticism and open to debates. When we debate openly and constructively criticize, okay, people will start imbibing those ideas and they will start to become the change they wish to see in the world in the long run. Okay, sometimes I'm not even aware of a problem that I have. So if you sensitize me, then probably I will become the change I want to see. Let's say most people are not even aware of the caste biases, religious biases, patriarchal biases. There are a lot many human biases that we are not even aware of. So only when we start knowing all these biases, we will become more sensitized. Okay, and swadharma or dharma principles. Okay, that means don't expect others to do something because everybody else is doing something. It doesn't mean you should also do that, right? Okay, you can always implement what you want to do as long as you follow your dharma. Okay, you are being the change you wish to see in the world. Instead of saying, that person is coming and destroying this thing or somebody else is doing something, as long as you follow your own dharma, okay, nobody can touch you. It includes even corruption. Okay, taking corruption is a wrong thing. Okay, doing service to the society is my dharma. As long as you keep your dharma, okay, you are being the change you wish to see in the world. You don't have to do it deliberately. Just following the dharma, you are being the change. Okay, right? I hope I was able to give you perspectives in thinking like why need to change and why or how to promote the change. Do you people want to add anything to this? How to promote change? Everybody wants a top 10 rank, but very few people have the patience to sit and listen to a free class for 30 minutes, okay, and write an essay. So that is being the change you wish to see in the world. Do you agree? Yes, again, Everest, as I said, this particular part, okay, it depends totally on the student. Why change is yours, your voice. You have seen something in your life, you wanted to change that, yes. Okay, somebody who was a bonded labor, now who is an IAS aspirant, has a total different thought process. Okay. Counter argument, you tell me, Sandeep. Yes. See, we always can try to be the change, but sometimes we are limited by our circumstance. But strength lies in unity. So if like-minded people come together, probably we'll make a lot of more impact. Yes. No examples? The only change is, the only constant is change. So change will always happen. But again, why change? You might have seen the same thing for 10,000 things, 10,000 times. But when your thought process changes, you will start seeing it in a whole new light. Right? So change is always there. It's our vision which is clouded, which is our vision which is limited. Okay. See, again, here it's not the change, right? Please understand. Don't get hanged on the word change. The topic is not about change. Okay. The topic is be the change you wish to see in others. Okay. Is Indian government increasing defense expenditure, or is it investing in capital expenditure? Unlike, Russia, China, or USA, okay, mindlessly we are not investing on defense budget. We are investing in human capital. We are investing in capital expenditure. We are investing in, let's say, uh, renewable energy. So that is the change that India wishes to see in the world. We could have gone for 10 more nuclear weapons or construct world's largest solar park. India chose to construct world's largest solar park. That is the change India wishes to see in the world. So you have to always remember the context of the given topic. Just you should not be stuck with one word, change. Potholes are filled by some people. Okay, that is what I'm saying, right? Okay, while you fill the potholes on your own money, okay, go and file an RTA. Okay, go and ask the contractor, promote this culture of transparency. So many people should do that, right? When so many people ask the government, instead of just honking, blaming, putting WhatsApp statuses, if all of us file RTA one day, okay, that will bring some kind of pressure. But that unity has to be forged. Everybody should think in the right way. Yeah, I hope you get my point. See, again, COVID is the best example to understand. Just before COVID, that is 2019, everybody, at least most of the middle class or upper middle class or rich people in India assumed we will never see the face of government hospitals. Okay, we have nothing to do with government hospitals. We don't care if they are working. We don't care if the doctors are coming or not. Okay, we don't even know where they are. Okay, only when the COVID came and people understood the importance of public sector, okay, people were forced to go to the government hospitals. That is when we realized how bad the things are. Okay, after COVID, did you file an RTA, or did you keep some tabs on the government, like what is happening in the government hospitals? That is being the change you wish to see in the world. Yes. Be the change you want to see in the world. Again, it's not new dimension, right? As I said, in the context of Kailash Satyarthi and others, okay, it's really, really difficult to be the change. You have to have perseverance. You have to have commitment, dedication, purpose. You need to have motivation. You need to have support system, moral support. A lot of things has to be there. Okay. Yeah, again, this is not the only way to write an essay. Whatever dimensions you want to bring in, you bring in. Whatever reasons why you want to be the change, you can bring them. Okay, I'm only giving you can think like this, you can write like this. Okay, what I want you to do is build upon this and get better and better. Okay, why change can be 10,000 reasons for 10,000 people, right? What is a good life, again, is a subjective term. You can add your own. Okay. Yeah. Any questions whatsoever on the given topic? Anything that you didn't understand? Right. To conclude, again, you can say at the end of the day, all of us have to work this. I will just give this quote as an idea. If each of us would only sweep our own doorstep, the whole world would be clean. Mother Teresa. That means if everybody does their job properly and do what they are supposed to do, okay, automatically the world will become a better place. That is one way to conclude, but not the only way. You can give me 10 other examples. Okay, so intro, examples, scope, examples. Within examples, you can add dimensions, and then towards the end, you will write whatever counter arguments you want to write, or you can say why change has to happen or how change has to be promoted, and then you can conclude. But I personally suggest somewhere everybody will have their own voice, thought process. This can go up and down, change, dimensions can be totally varied, and intros can also be totally different. Okay, and the best way to improve is writing. All your thoughts have to be put on pen and paper. Yeah, I'm not going to discuss second topic today. I'm not well in a way. I think I have taken 1 hour already, right? So if you have any questions, please let me know. Feel free to message me in Telegram also if you want. This is my Telegram ID, Kalyan's. Or if you are not in the group, please join the group and post the essay copies. Yes, I will today evaluate. As I said, I was little unwell. I didn't take any classes today. Even this I'm taking from my home itself, right? So I will try to get back to you. Yeah. Emergency provisions of the Constitution as a dimension of the example. In which context? I'm not sure, Vishnu. For example, emergency provisions are there to as there is a protection mechanism for extreme scenarios, right? Yes. Anyone else? Okay, then I think Vishnu, we can catch up on Telegram also. Right. Yeah. Thank you everyone for participating. Please write. Definitely okay. Whenever you can post by 12th or 13th. Results will be out most probably. So get ready. Start working on essay. All the best. Thank you everyone.